Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into how artificial intelligence is becoming a powerful new ally in the fight against diabetes. We're going to break down how AI is moving from the lab to the clinic, looking at the science, the real-world impact, and, crucially, the hurdles we need to clear to get this tech into the hands of the people who need it most. So first things first. To really get why these new tools are such a big deal, we have to understand the sheer scale of the problem we're up against. Just look at that number, 537 million. That's how many adults around the globe are estimated to be living with diabetes right now. And what's really scary, every single projection says that number is only going to get bigger. And let's be clear, this isn't just some abstract statistic. We're talking about a massive global crisis. It means real, personal costs for millions of families, and it's putting an incredible strain on healthcare systems everywhere, systems that are often already stretched to their breaking point. And this is where the story takes a fascinating turn. This is where AI comes in. It has the potential to start plugging the gaps in traditional care in ways we could have only dreamed of just a few years ago. Okay, so when we say AI in healthcare, what does that actually mean? Well, it's not just one thing. Let's quickly break down the two main types that are really making waves right now. So you've got two main players here. On one side, there's predictive AI. You can think of this as a superpowered detective. It digs through mountains of data to find hidden clues and predict what might happen next. On the other side, you've got generative AI, which is more like a creative partner. It doesn't just analyze data, it actually creates brand new stuff, like personalized health advice. Now, to really wrap our heads around all these different applications, we're going to use a simple framework that puts the patient right at the center. We're calling it the IPAS journey. That stands for identification, prediction, assistance, education, and support. It's a great way to map all this tech onto the real-life patient experience. All right, let's dive in. We're going to walk through this journey step by step and see exactly how AI is starting to completely remake what it means to manage diabetes. So we'll hit each of these 5 stages, starting with finding people at risk, all the way to providing day-to-day support. Let's look at some real examples. Okay, first up, identification. And honestly, this is just incredible. Instead of a bunch of blood tests, some AI models can now analyze a simple photo of the back of your eye. They can spot tiny, telltale changes in the blood vessels that are early signs of diabetes, and they do it with up to 93% accuracy. That's a total game changer for screening. Next, we have prediction, which takes things a huge step further. This isn't just about finding existing disease. By pulling in all sorts of data, we're talking clinical records, genetics, you name it, these AI models can predict who's at high risk of developing type 2 diabetes with a stunning 96% accuracy. This means we can step in long before symptoms even start. Now we get to assistance, how AI helps in daily life. This is where it becomes your personal health sidekick. Imagine snapping a photo of your lunch and an app instantly tells you the carb count. Or an algorithm looks at your glucose data and suggests the perfect insulin dose. And this isn't just for convenience. These tools can lower a key blood sugar metric, HbA1c, by about 0.5%, which is a really big deal for long-term health. And this is where generative AI really shines, in education and support. That's not some pre-programmed robotic message. It's a real conversation. It's personalized advice that's there for you 24/7, and it doesn't just flag a problem. It gives you context and real solutions in a way that feels genuinely supportive. So this all sounds pretty amazing, right? But, and this is a really big but, we have to hit pause for a reality check. We need to talk about the challenges, about the algorithmic blind spots. And this is maybe the single most important question we can ask. Because if we aren't careful, this incredible technology that's meant to help everyone could actually end up making health inequality even worse.
Here's the core of the problem. If you train an AI model mostly on data from one group of people, say a single ethnicity or income bracket, it might not work well for anyone else. And when that happens, you create huge gaps where the best new tools only work for a select few.
But what's so interesting is that AI can also be part of the solution. It has the power to help close these equity gaps. For instance, there are new models that can spot signs of kidney disease from that same retinal photo we talked about. For places with limited access to labs, that's a revolutionary leap forward. So you've got this amazing promise on one hand and these serious challenges on the other.
what's the bridge? How do we actually get this technology from a research paper into the hands of a doctor and their patient?
It turns out there are a lot of hurdles. You've got technical problems like just getting the AI to talk to existing hospital software. You've got regulatory issues. How do you approve an algorithm that's always learning? There's the human element. Doctors need to actually trust what the black box is telling them. And of course, the financial question. Who's going to pay for it? And the solution isn't just about writing better code. It all comes down to this one key idea: co-design. It means getting everyone, the doctors, the patients, the engineers, the hospital administrators, in the same room from day one to build tools that people actually trust and can use in their daily lives. And that leaves us with a really big question. We know the technology is getting smarter every day, but how do we make sure it's also getting wiser? Because getting AI into diabetes care isn't just a technical challenge. It requires great tech, yes, but it also requires smart policy and a deep, deep commitment to building a healthcare system that is truly centered on people.